Hi, welcome to Tim's Vinyl Confessions. I'm not Tim. This is Tim. This is the start of our trip. We are going to see Panic at the Disco. And we're going to stop at some stores before we go and see what we find.
Well, update on the road trip. We're in Bangor now. Marley's currently putting makeup on because it's very important to put on makeup when you go shopping. And if I turn this around, you'll see we are in front of Bull Moose. Music, movies, video games, books. I've only been here once before, so hoping we can check this out. We're going to grab something to eat. Just take a little break, get out of the car before we continue on our way to Portland. So Marley, we just came back from Bull Moose. Tell us what you got.
Okay, well, since it's in my hand, first off, I got the Nirvana single Sliver on a... What is it?
Open it up. It's on Sub Pop. So 1990. I don't know if that's a reprint or not.
It says 1990 on it.
Yeah, but that's in pretty good shape considering you only paid $4 for it. Even if it's a reprint, doesn't matter. It's interesting. It's a single sleeve. It's just kind of, it doesn't hold it.
It's not a very sleevey sleeve.
It's not a, yeah, it's kind of a unsleeve.
Yeah.
And you got a CD there.
And then I got Red Hot Chili Peppers Live on Air.
I think that's a radio broadcast, of which there are a lot of those CDs now.
Yes.
All right, hold the camera, please.
Indeed.
So yeah, Bull Moose. Matt, I know swears by this place, so I did all right. First thing, I'll start with the non-musical things. I bought a couple of Atari games. Trick Shot. This is a pool game. I've never played it before. I've heard of it from eMagic or iMagic. And this is an early one. Surround. It's kind of like anybody that's ever played in television. It's kind of like the game Snafu. You have to try and box the other person in. So that'll be interesting next time I hook the Atari up. And I found a bunch of CDs fairly cheap. Let's start off. I got Deep Purple, Perfect Strangers. This is a remastered one from the late 90s. Originally it came out in 84. This is Deep Purple Fireball from 71. I've never owned this one before. In Excess, Listen Like Thieves.
Inks.
From 85. Marley calls them inks. Poison, open up and say, this is the remastered version. I've never owned the remastered version, therefore I've never had Living for the Minute on a disc before, so add that to the collection. Steve Vai, Alien Love Secrets. This came out in 95. It's an EP, but it's got some interesting stuff on it. Yayo Gak, for instance. A couple of ZZ Top. This is their first album. This is just a old Warner Brothers issue of it. You don't see this one that much, so I got it. And from 94, I got ZZ Top Antenna with a pincushion on it. And there's one other thing I very nearly went in and bought. If I don't find it in Portland, we'll probably find it on the way back from Bull Moose. Now, we're going to go to Quiznos and get something to eat. So, Marley and I are about to do something just to say that we did. I don't know if you can see that too well behind us. You can't really see that well behind. Well, yeah, kind of over. Yeah, you kind of see it. So I'm going to whip this around. We're in front of Big K Kmart in Bangor, and the store's closing. To be honest with you, I didn't think any Kmarts were still open, so we've got to check this out. Well, I'm afraid that Big K Kmart was a bust. If they ever did have an electronics section, CD section, it doesn't exist anymore. It's always sad to go into places like that when they're closing down. Next door there was a thrift store, so I thought maybe I might find something. They did have a very small section. The first thing that Marley picked out, she had good eyes. She noticed they had some 8-tracks, but there weren't anything promising. There was some CDs there, again, nothing promising. Cassettes, mostly country, but I did see one, and quite honestly, for 20 cents, I thought maybe I'd rescue it. It's Night Ranger Big Life. Not an album you see all the time anyway, but I just thought I'd grab it just because. So now we're still trying to find somewhere to eat that's open. Well, here we are in actually sunny downtown Portland this afternoon. It's actually not bad. It's a little windy. February the 26th, Marley and I are here in front of a building that calls itself the Cross Insurance Arena, but I knew it as the Cumberland County Civic Center, and I saw my very first concert here, Bon Jovi, in 1993. And saw Kiss in 1998 here as well. So we're here to see Panic at the Disco. And who's opening for them?
St. Motel and Mr. Wives.
All right, so I see there's a bunch of trucks here loading up, some stage gear. It's pretty exciting. We're going to check out some local record stores and do another update. So we are in front of
Electric Buddhas.
Electric
The sign's
Buddhas.
there.
There, it's there too. Sign is there. There you go. Electric Buddhas here in Portland. Marley and I each got some stuff. We'll do a wrap up back at the hotel. We're going to see if we can find some other spots. So we're in front of a place called Strange Maine. Downtown. Sign's right over the open sign there. Downtown Portland, and another just a place just a little ways down called what was it called?
Moody Lords.
Moody Lords. Marley, can you take that bag from me before I drop it?
Yes, I can.
You got everything?
I got them.
You got everything. Okay, good. All right, so we're just here in downtown Portland. Fortunate enough to find two places fairly close together, and we each found some stuff. I actually can't quite believe some of the stuff that I found. Stuff I've been genuinely looking for a long, long time. And one thing that I still can't find. So, okay, we're here in front of Moody Lords here. Just give you a look at what this looks like. They got clothing in there too. Really cool place, really cool spots. So we're going to head back to the hotel and find something to eat. And pretty soon it's going to be time to get ready for the concert.
So we're back at the hotel now. We got some pretty nice stuff. I'm gonna go through my stuff first. I didn't get a lot of stuff for myself. I got some stuff to my friends because they're a bit jealous because I'm here and they're not. So I got them some stuff. But for myself, at Moody Lords. It was Moody Lords that we hit first? No, Electric Buddha. Electric Buddha's first. I got Red Hot Chili Peppers' Blood Sugar Sex Magic on cassette. I also bought my friend this patch and a Buddha figurine. And then at Strange Maine, I bought myself a Red Hot Chili Peppers vinyl thing. It has a couple other songs, Strange Man and Long Progression, so I don't know what you'd call this, but I bought it. And then at Strange Maine, I bought my friend a cassette of Boys to Men. Because why not? Okay.
Okay, so, yeah, three places in pretty good proximity here in Portland. I remember there being a lot of places, and I remember there being within walking distance too, which makes it a lot easier. So I'll go in order. I found some stuff, like I said before, outside. I've been looking for on vinyl for a long time, so I'm very, very happy with that. So I'll start. First place we hit was Electric Buddha, which is the closest place. I didn't find anything really earth-shattering there, but I did get some nice stuff. It was a nice atmosphere in there. If you're into Atari 2600, it's the first time I ever saw with my own eyes a heavy sixer, which is an Atari 2600 that has, instead of on the back having the difficulty switch A to B and channel 2 to 3, they were in toggle switches all along the front. So instead of having 2 switches, cartridge slot 2 switches, it was 3 switches, cartridge slot 3 switches. And I should have bought a joystick. Now I should have asked him if he had any joysticks, because I need one, because one doesn't work. So, here's what I ended up getting. Mark, can you hold this?
Oh, yeah.
First thing I got, you don't see this on vinyl all that much. This is Foreigner Records, which is the greatest hits they put out in '82. And this is in really, really good shape. This one's die cut, which means that it comes out like this. It's meant to look like a jukebox. So it pretty much has to go in that way. And then there's the record itself. Looks to be in really good shape. So die-cut records are kind of a thing of the past. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe if I open my new vinyl, I'd know better than that. Fold-out shot. That's on inside the CD too. So I got that one. Night Ranger 7 Wishes. This is their third album from '85. This is actually manufactured by RCA Music Service under license. I know this because they stamped it right on there. Then Columbia House, they like to mar up their product. Photo and lyrics, typical rainbow MCA logo. And got a couple of cassettes, well, 2.5 cassettes, I guess you could call it.
I'll take this. Take this here for me.
Got Queensryche Promised Land on cassette. It's not something you see all the time. 90s cassettes tend to be a little bit more on the rare side. And something I got just because I've never seen it before up close is Metallica Garage Inc., which is their double album of cover songs. Never see it on cassette, but here it is. 2 long cassette tapes on the American on Elektra. Next place I went to was called Moody Lords. Found some, let's see, we'll go, I guess no particular order. Bryan Adams, You Want It, You Got It, his second album. You don't see it on vinyl all that much. Actually really like that second album a lot. Alice Cooper Goes to Hell, I didn't have this on vinyl. I like this album a lot. I don't think I have it on vinyl. No, I don't have it on vinyl. Best of Deep Purple, When We Rock, We Rock, When We Roll, We Roll, from '78. This is a promotional copy, not for sale, on Warner Brothers. It's kind of neat. Looks like it's in really good shape. Best of ZZ Top. Well, this is the best of ZZ Top as of '77. This is on Warner Brothers Records. Live album I really, really like. This one I want to take out of the plastic if I can. My photographer will give me a hand. This is Nazareth Snaz.
I'm messaging your wife.
They're double live album. Sarah's messaging me as we speak. Let's see if we can do this here. This is on A&M Records. Oh, it's still got shrink wrap on it.
Here.
Okay, it's got shrink wrap on it. Okay, so it's not a gatefold. I thought it would be. Probably was in some territories. This is an American version on A&M Records. And that comes with, okay, so it's got sleeves with it. And the records themselves. And the last thing I got at Moody Lords, just about fainted when I saw it. $4 for the first Vandenberg album. You never see this. I've had 2 copies of their second one. And this is a U.S. copy on Atlantic, Atco to be exact. Couldn't believe it. I actually found this. It's still got the original sleeve, the Atlantic group, and here's what it looks like. You can't go wrong with those Vandenberg albums. So that takes us to the final place we went to, which was called Strange, Maine. And I didn't get much there, but what I got was pretty significant. Let's continue with the Vandenberg theme, shall we? Best of Vandenberg from '88. Couldn't believe this. Now all I need is their third album, Alibi, and I'll have them all on record. Unbelievable. Last thing I was expecting. And another thing that I've been looking for, Tesla Great Radio Controversy. I've never had this on record before. So this is a U.S. copy, Columbia House copy on Geffen. And I pointed this out to anybody who cared to listen. Troy Luccketta. That's a Yesterday and Today shirt he's got on. Bay Area guys, obviously in Hawaiian tee. This is cool inside. And same stuff that was in the cassette and the CD. Now I've got it on record. Record doesn't look like it's in the best shape. Finally, for $1, I got an 8-track from the later 80s. Before I saw this, the newest 8-track I had was Pyromania, Def Leppard, came out in '83, which is pretty impressive in and of itself. But now, I can add this. This is Foreigner, Agent Provocateur from 1984. This was a big album. I Want to Know What Love Is was on this one, so that was Yesterday. And this is a Columbia House issue, I think. Yes. So, 1984. I figured he'd have a $10 price tag on it. What do you want for it? He said $1. I said, you got yourself a deal. So, very happy with that. So now, we're just going to kind of chill out for a bit. Marley's pretty excited for the concert. Panic at the Disco, very, very soon. The Cross Insurance Arena, which to me will always be the Cumberland County Civic Center. And we'll do a wrap-up post-concert. It might not be tonight, it might be in the morning. And like I said, there's one other thing at Bull Moose I may stop in and get yet. as Tim's Vinyl Confessions continues. Well, we're back at the hotel now after the Panic at the Disco concert. Saint Hotel was the Saint Motel was the first band. We missed, I don't know, maybe a couple of their songs, and then Mr. Wives, and then of course Panic at the Disco. I have to say I was impressed with all three groups. Not exactly my cup of tea, but they were very professional sounding. They had a unique sound. Brendan Urie, I do not know how that guy sings the way he does. He does it. I mean, he sings just the way I've heard Marley play the CDs, and he's able to do it. So very impressed with that. They did do Bohemian Rhapsody as they covered it for Suicide Squad, and it was well done. They didn't do Carry On Wayward Son. They did do a Billy Joel song, so something that all the dads like me in the audience knew. I run into obviously a dad and a daughter on the elevator coming back up here, and we were wondering about what the ratio of dads to daughters was at the show, but it was very entertaining. And that seems like a very calm reaction. Let me put you over to someone else. Take it.
Hi. I'm slightly deceased. Just slightly. As you can hear in my voice. But as a person who is an actual fan of Panic at the Disco, it was very well done. Very, very well done. There wasn't anything really surprising except for Rand and Pete Wentz. The other two bands, which I hadn't heard until the night before we left, they were very well done and good, as Dad said, very professional sounding. Saint Motel had a pretty 70s vibe, which was good, funky. Overall, I like it. Okay.
I think she liked it. Hey guys, I'm back home now. Happy to be. But what a great trip, and some fantastic record stores in Portland. I definitely think there has to be a return trip, and Bangor too. Bull Moose was cool. Speaking of Bull Moose, earlier I said that there was one thing in Bull Moose that I didn't get that I was thinking about coming back and getting. And so on our way home I did, because this is something I've been thinking about buying online, but I'd rather buy it from a record store. Not have to pay the shipping, plus support a local, well, you know, there it's local. Support an actual store. There's actual staff. And they had Queen Greatest Hits 2, which I've never had on record before. And this is a Hollywood Records issue. But, of course, this is it's funny that Hollywood put this up, because it's Hollywood that put out Classic Queen. And that's the whole story about the greatest hits and the switching of record companies and all that. But great haul of vinyl. Gonna have to cool it for a while, I'm afraid. A good show, a really good show. I mean, I wouldn't have gone by myself, but Marley really enjoyed herself, and I can see why she likes them. They're the Panic at the Disco, that is. They really work hard on putting on an entertaining show. But it was a great road trip, and so thanks everybody for watching this edition of Tim's Vinyl Confessions.